I'm Stephanie Rubletz. Welcome back to my channel. We are working through our top 10 New Year's reSEWlutions for 2020, and today we're doing a double whammy. We are talking about reducing your stress and sleeping better. Alright, so I put these two things together because I really feel like they need to work synergistically. I think you need to be sleeping well in order to reduce your stress, and reducing your stress will help you sleep better. So we're just putting them together. So some sewing projects to help you reduce stress and sleep better. Let's talk about the stress reduction first. Maybe to reduce your stress, maybe you've been thinking about meditating. So how about making yourself a meditation cushion? There are some really super cute patterns, and they are an easy sewing project. Again, don't forget that I'm linking all of these resources below, and I am putting them all in a Pinterest board, which will also be linked below. So make sure you follow the Pinterest board and you will get all of the inspiration from all of these roundups. After the meditation pillow, perhaps part of your stress reduction plan is to take a yoga class. Now, we already talked about the yoga bag in the getting more exercise video, but one thing that is just so lovely at the end of a yoga practice is a weighted bag over your eyes. Sometimes, I don't know, like my eyes just want to pop open. And years ago, I had a friend give me a little like bag, about yay big, that she had filled with lavender and rice. And the idea is that at the end of your yoga practice, when you're just laying, you're connecting with your breath, you put this bag over your eyes, and just that little bit of pressure, it wasn't super heavy, but that little bit of pressure on your eyes, just like to keep your eyes closed, the smell of the lavender, it was absolute heaven. Now that's different from a sleeping mask, which you can also sew for yourself. If you're in a room where light is peeking through and light is just not your friend, especially if you live in a place where, here in Calgary, in the summer, it is light until like 11 o'clock at night. And actually, I used to live in the Northwest Territories, like beyond the tree line, and basically the sun just kind of like went in a circle all day. It just never went down. And so blocking light is a huge factor in getting a good sleep there. So having a sleeping mask, especially if you're somebody who needs to have a nap, or if you're traveling or something like that, nobody wants to go on a trip and get there totally exhausted. So a sleeping mask, super good for that. But if you're not into wearing something on your face, you can also sew yourself some blackout drapes. Now there's a couple of cool tutorials. There is no sew blackout drapes, there are sew blackout drapes. There are ones that you can have the blackout panel separate from the curtain panel and use Velcro to put it on so that you can have it, not have it, whatever you want. There are so many options for blackout drapes. The other thing that actually is on my list to do this year is sewing a weighted blanket. Now, I was looking at the different fillings. I'm not super interested in using the plastic fillings, not throwing shade on anybody who does. You do you, I want the glass bead filling. Now, my first thought when I see a new product or a new project that relies on something that's not really been used before, my first thought is, what was the original purpose for this product? Because I could probably find it somewhere else under its original packaging for cheaper. As I was doing my research on how to make a weighted blanket, I was coming across all these images of, if you didn't want to use the plastic, there were glass beads that you could use to weight your blanket. And some people put them in with a batting and some people don't, but the glass beads were everywhere and they were crazy expensive to me. To make a blanket the size that I would want to make, it would be a little bit pricey. And so I started looking around at what else glass beads would be used for. Is there a cheaper place that I could source these where it's not packaged specifically for making weighted blankets? And then it kind of hit me. I was like, it's sandblasting medium. Yeah, it's sandblasting medium. You could go to Princess Auto or Home Depot or whatever and find sandblasting medium. We have a friend that has his own sandblasting company, and he gets the big cube bags of this stuff. Now, when you're looking at purchasing sandblasting medium, there are different grades. It's like sandpaper, there's different grits, right? So I had so hoped that before I filmed this, I could actually go and look at some so that I could give you the best information possible. So I'm going by photos on the internet because a lot of them have they'll have a penny in the picture and then the glass beads on top so you can see how big they are. And from what I can tell, you would want a number 1 glass bead, which would be the largest glass bead. So as the grade of bead goes up in number, they get smaller. And you don't want something that's like so tiny that it's gonna be able to like pop through the weave of your fabric, right? So my best guess is that you would go with a number 1, which is like a 12 to 24 screen size. But if you are going to, they often come in like paper bags that you can't see the bead. So if you are gonna go this route, do yourself a favor and see if you can go somewhere where you can actually feel the bead and make sure that that's gonna work with whatever fabric that you have. And actually what it's called is glass bead blasting abrasive. That's what you're looking for. That's all I have for you today. Tomorrow I'll be back at you with another 2020 reSEWlution. Until then, make sure you do all the things, like, share, subscribe if you have not already. Check out the Pinterest board that has all of the inspirations that we've talked about so far, and I will continue loading them in as the videos drop, and I will see you tomorrow.